Hey, how you doing, everybody? As always, this is JD Lewis with Untamed Conversations. I did have a guest coming on. They had to reschedule, so just going to be me this week. Next week, I have a very special guest as well coming on. But what I wanted to talk about today, a few different things. You know, yesterday I had somebody reach out to me, actually. Of course, no names will be mentioned. That they're dealing with a really hard time, or now going through a really hard time, and they needed help. And it meant a lot to me that they reached out to me. We got them into a proper place. And I'm hoping that this helps this person. So this is somebody who I don't really talk to much at all. And I think the podcast has helped people feel comfortable reaching out. And that was huge to me. Definitely hit me in the heart last night and yesterday thinking about it. Because maybe it could have went a different way if I didn't answer the phone. So I think whatever I'm doing, regardless of how many people listen, who enjoys my podcast, who dislikes it, which is fine as well, I think I'm doing something right. I'm coming on here just specifically after talking to this individual about that. I want to talk about stress and the stress management and how so many people, regardless of age, are just so stressed lately. And, with stress comes scary things, heart attacks, strokes, high blood pressure, just overall fatigue and just feeling like shit. And I think it's because we're all just worried about the same thing: money, friendships, family, things like that. And I think that, you need to realize at a certain point in your life, it's not your responsibility to always take care of everybody. And I'm learning that myself. I always thought it was my job to help whoever reaches out to me, to help whoever asks me for something, always to say yes and never to say no. And I've learned that it's okay to say no if you don't have the time. It's okay to say no if you don't have the right mental capacity to do it at that time. And I think that a lot of people are just going through a lot of shit right now, man. It's not an easy world out there, and there's a lot of people that think that they're too old to do what they want with their lives. They're too old to make something out of their life. Let me tell you something, man. You're never too old. I know people that didn't start their companies, didn't start their businesses, didn't start their stuff until they were in their 40s, and now they're doing great. I have friends that started a company in their 20s and they're doing great. I don't think age matters. I think it's all about how hard you're willing to work, the effort you're willing to put in, those long nights, those long days. Getting up at 5 a.m, hitting the gym first, getting stimulated, getting the brain going, getting the muscles going before you do anything else with your day. And I think that's huge. I will say, I've always been a gym buff myself. I love the gym. I fell off for a little while, got right back into it. I'm feeling great now. Every night after dinner, Tara and myself, and if Hannah's here, we go for a nice long walk. So I'm at the gym in the morning, then I work all day and, get quite a few steps in at work, and then I go to the neighborhood and we walk around the neighborhood at night. And I mean, it gives me relief to know that I'm doing something right, because like I said, stress kills. I just had my physical and checkup with my cardiologist, which I don't necessarily need one. I just go. Obviously, if you listen to my past episodes, you know about my health anxiety. EKG was fine. Blood pressure is the best it's been in 5 years. My cholesterol is a tad high, and by a tad, I mean like a point or two. He was very impressed. So I think that it's all about self-care as well. And I know that's hard. I know there's a lot of people out there that live paycheck to paycheck, and that's not easy. You're thinking to yourself, fuck, I just paid all these bills and now I have $400 left and I need to do groceries, I need to do this. And trust me, you're not alone. I think the world is not like it was 15, 20 years ago, even 10 years ago. A lot has changed. So I would say just try to sit back sometimes. And I know it's easier said than done when I say relax. Yoga, meditation. I mean, I do copious amounts of yoga. I do a little different yoga. It's DDP yoga. Diamond Dallas Page, ex-professional wrestler. If everybody knows, bang! Everybody knows him, the Diamond Cutter. But, I bought his yoga when COVID had just happened. I've been doing it ever since. I love it. It keeps me flexible, limber. It helps my mind. It makes me very relaxed. Something that I wanted to reach out and kind of talk to everybody about with the whole stress is a killer thing. I think it was 3 weeks ago I was having a panic attack. I woke up in the middle of the night. My heart rate was about 165. Me 5 years ago, I would have ran to the emergency room immediately. I am able now I go downstairs. I put a blanket over my head. I do a couple deep breaths, in and out, in and out, in and out. Listen to a YouTube video that I specifically listen to for these. Within 3 minutes, my heart rate was back down to 67, and it never shot back up again the rest of the night. I'm learning different ways to cope, and that's huge. And, that's why I'm letting everybody else know what I do to try to help my anxiety, to try to help my stress. You see way too many people that are having issues right now, especially when you have the world by the balls and you don't even understand it. You have, let's say, a beautiful home. You have a beautiful wife, girlfriend, fiance. You have beautiful kids, healthy kids. It's what we all wish for. I mean, obviously we all want our health, but if it came down to my daughter being sick or me being sick, you better guarantee I'm going to take that shit head on, and she'll never know. So I just want, everybody out there to understand that you're not alone, that's for sure. And if there's anything my podcast has done, it has had so many people open up and feel like they're not alone anymore. And like I said a little while ago, everything's overwhelming out there. You're nervous to try to find a new job if you want a new job, because you're not sure if anything's out there, so you don't want to leave the job you're at. But at the same time, maybe the job you're at's not fulfilling you. So you're kind of you go into work, you get the job done, you go home, so you're kind of clocked out. Which does happen, and I understand that. We've all gone through that. I'm in a place now where I really do enjoy my job. I'm in a good place. I love it. I feel very respected. They acknowledge me. Roman Reigns, and they really appreciate me, and that's huge for me. If you're ready to take that next step, do it. I know it's hard when you have rent, you have mortgage, you have bills, and you're nervous to take that next step, because what if it doesn't work out? Well, what if it does? I was somewhere, like I said, 8.5 I think, whatever years. I took that step. I was terrified, and now, almost 4 years later, I'm in a very good place. I work for a company that really supports me with all my needs, my anxiety, my depression, which I don't really have depression. It's more anxiety. This company really takes care of your mental health, and that's huge. Obviously, we talk about mental health all the time, but I don't think it's really acknowledged and talked about as it should be. I think that people are still scared. They feel like when they talk about it, they're being a burden. They bother people. All I'm going to say is I think that if you're having a moment, you're having a day, just call one of your friends, text one of your friends. I know I did. I had a moment the other day. Text my best friend. He's been on the podcast. You know who he is. He went to the gym. He came over. We hung out on the back porch. We had a couple Coronas and just talked. And that's all I needed. All I needed was just to talk. And it helped. It was huge. I felt so much better. After that, I felt great, and that's all it took. And I mean, obviously, yes, I could talk to my wife and others, but there's just certain things that I needed to get off my chest with someone else, because I don't want to put all the burden on Tara. It's not her job to take care of me. I'm a grown man. It's not her responsibility to make sure I'm always okay. So, I mean, really, like I said, what this whole podcast today is about is just really understanding that we are all in the same place. There might be people that are better off than some of us. Maybe this person makes more money than me. Maybe that person makes more money than me, and that's fine. More money might make it a little bit easier to live, but that doesn't necessarily bring more happiness all the time. I've had my ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and I could tell you, I might have been down at one point. I'm back up now. Knock on wood. It stays this way, but it's a tough climb. There's so many things going on in the world right now. Every time you turn around, it's this. There's a war. There was a bombing. There's a new virus. There's trillions of dollars in debt. This guy's a criminal. This guy's not. If we all came together, and I'm using this as an example, the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese story, WNBA, both very good rookies. You have your Angel Reese side. You have your Caitlin Clark side. I don't give a shit who you root for, but it's just what's going on with that and the separation. That's the problem with the world. And I don't give a shit what color you are. I've said this. White, black, brown, blue, pink, yellow. It doesn't matter to me. If we all came together as a group and fought as hard as we do against each other, but we fight the people that we need to fight, this world's going to be a lot better. They want us to be separated. They want us to argue. They want everybody to not get along. And we need to stop that shit. I have so many friends. Again, I don't care ethnicity, color. It doesn't matter to me. I'm friends with everybody. And there's a reason for that, because I'm a good fucking person. And I don't give a shit about the color of your skin. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a douchebag, you're a fucking douchebag. End of story. Plain and simple. You treat me like shit, I'm going to treat you like shit. Treat me like a good person, we're going to get along. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm the person you want to hang out with. A big part of me understands that that's why so many of us right now are going through so much goddamn shit. Okay? Because people are afraid to say what they want to say. They think they're going to get canceled. They don't know how to act. They don't know who to talk to. You know, this whole cancel culture shit, what the fuck is that? This is something that just needs to stop. Okay? There's a difference between cancel culture and just being a fucking idiot. If you're a piece of shit, if you're mean, you're a racist, you've done bad things to kids, abso-fucking-lutely, you need to get canceled. If you made jokes that people didn't agree with, or you made a comment from 10, 15 years ago, which didn't hurt anybody, and it wasn't a racist comment, it wasn't this kind of comment, that kind of comment, it was just something somebody didn't get along with or agree with, that's what cancel culture is turning into, and it doesn't need to be that. We need to cancel the people that really need to be canceled. We need to take care of the people that don't need to be canceled, because the world is so fucked up right now. If we just, like I said, all came together and just got rid of all the scumbags, I know that's a very loose term and very broad, also open statement, we'd be better off. And obviously you can see I'm picking up a little steam right now, something I wanted to talk about for a little bit, and I figure at the point where I'm at in my episodes, why not? The worst thing that happens is somebody doesn't like what I'm saying, and there's a button, it's called unfollow. You do what you have to do. I know that the people who really care about me and the people who love my podcast are out there. They listen every single week. And like I said, I don't care about the number of followers. I don't care if there's 5. I have 5 loyal followers a week, and you listen to what I say and it helps you. That is huge. We need to stop going to war with each other and start going to war with the people that deserve it. And the world would be such a better place. It sucks, man. And again, to go back to the basketball thing, both these women are star athletes. They both get media coverage. But then the media spins it. ESPN, of all people, they spin it. They make one of them look better than the other. They make one of them look like they made a comment that was rude. They make one of them stop that shit, man. These are, they just got out of college, so 21-year-old women playing professional sports. It's going to take a while for them to get there. You need to leave them alone, get off their ass, and let them play. Just let them play basketball. Let them enjoy themselves. I get it. Being a professional sports, part of your job is to talk to the media, but don't give them everything. Leave them with something to think about, because at the end of the day, most of these people just want to spin a story, make you look bad, and ruin your life. It's happened to many athletes. It's happened to many, musicians, actors, actresses. If you don't go along with the norm and you don't go along with what they want, then you're not in. You're going to get canceled. You're going to get destroyed. Just imagine if we all came together, every single one of us, and fought the people that deserve to be fought. Let's take on that government. And again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not saying that we need to go fight the government. What I'm saying is the bad people in government, the corrupt people, that all they want is to, split us up and have us argue. Absolutely not. I'm done with that shit. Okay? You're on my side. You're on my side. You want to be against me? You be against me. You do you, I'm going to do me. I'm not going to hate you, but we need to stop hating each other. That's for sure. This world is turning into somewhere where you literally are afraid to say something every single minute of the day because somebody's going to get hurt, somebody's going to get offended, somebody's going to go to HR and say, you did this, you did that. I'll tell you right now, I am a very good employee. I'm a very good coworker. I will help anybody out at my job. But there's also times where you will see me keep to myself. I won't say a word to anybody. I'll do my job and I'll go home. And I don't do it on purpose because I love the people I work with. But there's times where you just don't know what to say or if you can say something because you don't know if somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. So there's times where I want to say stuff and I just decide, you know what? It's better to bury it. Let me take it with me. Let me bury it. Let me forget. And I'll just feel better. I think that There's many phrases out there, and for me, I just think that if you continue to be yourself, if you were a good person 15 years ago, you're most likely a good person now. And I know I'm probably not the only one. A lot of us have been influenced by others. A lot of us sometimes do things that we wish we didn't. And a lot of us have probably done things that we wish could take back, and I know I'm one of them. And there's a few things that I've apologized for and I've taken back, and we've moved on. And that's how the world is supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to forgive each other. Not all this hate, not all this validity, this just disgustingness. And it makes me sick, man. Like, I see some looks that people give other people, and when I'm walking outside, and it kind of disgusts me, and I think that just all circles back to how I started this episode of the overwhelming amounts of stress everybody is going through. The fact that you have to try to impress people that you might see once every couple months, once every month, asinine to me. I don't think you should try to impress anybody. Be yourself, and if somebody likes you, they'll be friends with you, and if they don't, they won't. Very easy. I used to try to impress people because I thought I needed to, and then I realized with my personality alone, not to sound cocky or toot my own horn, but with my personality alone, I don't need to impress anybody. I am that person that if I walk into a bar, I walk into a room, I can be friends with everybody in 10 minutes, even if I have no idea who the whole room is, because that's just who I am. I'll be your friend. I'll hang out with you, and if we hit it off, great, man. Woman, man, we'll be friends, and that's just who I am. It's a big thing of, the peer pressure and stress, again, is, are these people going to like me? Are these people going to talk about me when I leave? And I could tell you right now, out of all my friends that I have, I trust that none of them do that. And if there is somebody in my group that does that, well, I don't know about it, and they can kiss my ass. But like I said, I have a very small circle, and I believe all my friends are very true, very respectable, and they have enough respect for me. If I'm doing something wrong or they feel some sort of way, they say it to me. They'll bring it to me. They won't talk about me when I'm not there, and that's huge to me. At the end of the day, anybody who's putting so much goddamn pressure on yourself, just relax. Go home after work. Go to the gym. Get a nice workout. Go for a run. Play softball. I have my Wednesday night softball tonight. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Have a beer. Hang out with the kids. Nobody is better than anybody else. I mean, I just feel like people think that way. And you feel like people think either highly of you or think that you're low class. Who gives a shit what anybody thinks? Because if we keep going in these circles and continue to do what we've always done for the last, again, 10, 15 years, the world is going to continue to be a shitty place. I will, even if I just met you, I will have your back. I will be your friend. You're depressed, I'll be the person you could talk to. You need help going somewhere, getting into something, I will drive you there. I will call somebody for you. And I think the world needs a lot more love right at this moment than it does hate. And, a little off topic here, but for all the people that say they hate living here and they'd rather go somewhere else, please fucking do. Because I stand by what I said, where this is the greatest country in the world. You think because certain people are telling you to do things, you don't have freedom. Try going somewhere else. Try seeing all the wars that are going on right now. All the babies being killed, all the women being killed. And tell me we aren't the greatest country in the world. If you don't want to be here, leave. I mean, it all comes down to that. If you're not happy in the United States, get the fuck out of here. You think you can do better somewhere else? Go. I mean, nobody's going to hate on you for that. The reason people hate on you is because you bash the United States of America while you live here. While you get to live here. You get to go out in the street and not get shot. You get to go out to a restaurant and not get fucking blown up. You get to go out on a date and not have to worry about somebody being raped. Okay? Yeah, we have crime in this country and it happens everywhere, but the things that are happening all over the world, this is not even fucking close to what is going on everywhere else. So, that's kind of what I wanted to end with today. Just throw it out there, man. You know, if you're going through some shit, you're feeling some sort of way, you just can't get out of that rut, just look in the mirror and tell yourself it's going to be okay. Because 9 out of 10 times it's going to be okay. You're going to get through it. Just like my first breakup in high school, I thought it was the end of the world. Here I am now. I'm not going to say how many years later, because I'm not going to tell you I'm that old. I'm in a great place. And, you know, we all think when one thing goes wrong or one thing happens that's bad, it's the end of the world and we're going to suffer and we can't do anything about it and we need to just run. Well, listen, at the end of the day, I'm here to say it gets better. I'm a prime example of that. And I want everybody just to understand you can always do better, be better, get better. Whatever you put your mind to, you can figure it out, you can get it done. And if you can't by yourself, you need help, you call one of your friends, you call me, we're going to always be there for you. And I appreciate every single one of you for always letting me talk, vent, and I hope I can help you guys out in any way I can. And I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. And as always, this has been JD Lewis with Untamed Conversations. Ever feel run down, get bad migraines, or get sick often? Maybe you drank too much the night before and can't get out of bed. Want to add some extra vitamins into your life to help your skin and metabolism? Well, I know exactly how to fix that. Get Your Drip On is a mobile IV clinic run by a registered nurse in New Haven, Connecticut area. She will come to your house and literally hook you up. Talk about convenience. She will hook you up with the fluids you need to give yourself that extra kick. Get Your Drip On offers IV fluid bags of immunity boosting, energy, weight loss, hangover cure, skin repair, performance, and recovery. Call Get Your Drip On at 475-209-3409 or message on Instagram at Get Your Drip On to book an appointment now.